Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Democrat presidential nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris. She may be the worst presidential candidate of our lifetime, and the proof? Well, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, come on. Check it. It's right there. The address in the lower right-hand corner. You guys see it. Look, right there. Right there. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. When you get there, please hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. Kamala Harris, in my opinion, is the biggest disaster of a presidential candidate we've ever seen, at least in the past 5 decades. I'm not talking about, we've had some disastrous presidents, but I'm talking about as a candidate. How bad is she? She's so bad that just this week we learned the Los Angeles Times is not going to endorse her. They're not, of course, going to endorse any candidate. And the Washington Post says they're going back to their roots in not endorsing candidates, but they've endorsed candidates for decades. The last time they didn't endorse was Bush versus Dukakis. And in their storied history, that goes back over a century, they made a whole lot of endorsements. Some curious about the Washington Post as well. They've never endorsed a Republican candidate, not once, never, ever. Not even Reagan. Not even Reagan, who won 49 states. So it's no mystery who the people that work at the Washington Post want to be president. It's not a mystery. Those people, in my opinion, the Washington Post would endorse a pair of sneakers if the pair of sneakers was a Democrat nominee. Well, you know, those sneakers have a real good plan for the future. They're going to endorse the Democrat almost every time. So how bad is Kamala Harris that they won't endorse her? They're never going to endorse Trump, you know that. But how bad do you have to be for the Washington Post to not endorse you? People were rage quitting over this at the Post. Stephen King and Keith Olbermann, they're canceling their subscriptions, crying, whining like little babies. It was hilarious to watch, actually. I rather enjoyed it. But it says to me something. And again, there are no guarantees. We don't know who's going to win this election. But what it says to me is they're afraid to put all their chips on the table and go all in for Kamala Harris, and I don't blame them. It's not a sound bet. Look, this is a close race, yes, but in the latest polls, Trump has come out ahead in the popular vote nationwide. Now, guys, I got to explain this to you because they're going to still say it's a dead heat. Look, it's like 1 or 2 points. Listen to me carefully. And again, I don't trust the Democrats, so I'm not guaranteeing a Trump win. I'm not in the prediction business, but traditionally, if a Republican is ahead in popular vote polling, there will be an electoral landslide for that Republican candidate because the Republican candidate almost never is ahead in popular vote polling, and I mean almost never. The last one I can remember was Reagan, and I think maybe W. Bush, maybe. I'm not even sure about that, actually. No, I don't think he was. I think Reagan was the last one. Republicans don't poll ahead in the popular vote, almost never. And yet Trump is starting to. And that's why Kamala Harris is pulling out every celebrity she can find. That's not going to help. Nobody cares who celebrities are voting for. And so I want you to listen, though, because a former Washington Post editor, he was among the many who was whining about the Post not making an endorsement. But maybe stop whining and start thinking about why you anointed a candidate instead of having an actual process to pick a nominee that maybe, I don't know, your voters wanted. I want you to watch this video and let me know what you think in the comments.
Michael Jordan wants to sell sneakers to Republicans as well. Is this, in spite of what you said in terms of what is behind it, a wise business decision for the Post?
Well, I don't think it's a wise business decision. I mean, the fact is, there are a lot of people canceling their subscriptions, which is is troubling because, look, I mean, the news coverage is very good at the Post. I am very proud of the work that my former colleagues are doing at the Post. They've been doing it independently. They've been holding Trump accountable. They've been reporting independently on Kamala Harris as well. They've been reporting independently on all sorts of candidates and on issues. I am grateful for that. But look, there are a lot of readers who are deeply disappointed in this decision, have seen it as a sign of weakness on the part of the ownership of the Post, and have decided they don't wish to support that. And in showing their disgust with this decision, they've decided to cancel their subscriptions. That's going to hurt a lot of good reporters and other journalists at the Post, and that's deeply concerning because they need to continue with their mission of independent journalism. But in the short run, as a business decision, it's a very bad one, and I think it's a bad one in the long run as well.